Hello, Salam. Welcome everybody to the JAMS Football Show 2016, and we're here for the second round of playoffs. I got my man DJ Hayes, Dave Kilkenny with me, and he's rocking his Hurricanes colors just for their playoff appearance against the Union. Say hi, Dave.
Hey, what's up, guys? Nah, I'm actually at work, so I have to wear
Yeah,
this ridiculous looking thing.
I just couldn't resist. So yeah, so let's start off with a big matchup of the weekend. It's been a rivalry for so long. The Hurricanes and the Union. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts on this game? Being as you're actually a
This,
third party member of this for once.
to be honest, I think this might go down as one of the best games they ever had because it's coming to from just looking at the regular season, it looks like it's coming to an end for the Union. Like it's funny though because you seem to write them off, right?
Yeah.
And then next here they right around the playoffs, they start playing really good
Hmm.
and get into the playoffs, and then lo and behold, now they're in the semifinal again.
Yeah,
It never fails.
they got four straight wins right when they needed it the most. So
It's funny because we played them as the Gladiators, and I mean, we. I'll be honest, we were terrible this year. Like I don't care what anybody says. I mean, there were times where we were decent, but we were terrible. But we played the Union, and we made them look average. And I don't know if they had guys missing, and then the big guy, what's the name, number 85, really good.
85
He
from
was
the Union or
the tight end. What's his name?
oh
The
Don
tight end, the
Russillo?
real Russo.
Oh Russo, that's his name. Sorry, Don
Yeah.
Russo.
He was murdering us. Like he was playing DN. He was in the backfield every time. But then I guess somebody must have prayed to the gods and he got hurt. and he went to the sidelines, and after that that was it because he was pretty much the only one really doing anything. They had two new guys that I'd never seen before.
Hmm.
I think one guy's number 3 and the other guy is maybe 19 or something like that. I'm not
Hmm.
sure.
Number 3 is
Fast.
John Diaz. So, and
They
I don't know about number 19. It might have been Kareem Mahmoud who was 91, and you know Kareem
no
pretty
no no
well.
no no, not him. It was another guy that kind of looks like number 3. I don't know what number he was. They were moving the same way. Like you could tell they're very athletic and they run really hard.
Mm.
But they made when we played them, it just looked like they were just a wrap. Like no, I think Muss was hurt. He didn't play, and that's a big thing right there. If you don't have him in the game,
Hmm.
like who else you throwing it to? And then you had the best flag puller ever, James Abdullah. He wasn't there. That's all that guy does. Like
Yeah,
he pulls flag.
definitely one of
It,
the
it,
best tacklers in this league.
I've never seen somebody pull flags like him.
Hmm.
But he wasn't there. So, but we made them without Muss on offense. They just looked stale. Like they couldn't move the ball, and we were driving down on them. It was crazy. But like I said, right around playoffs, everybody write them off. Next, they're in the semifinals, about to be in the finals.
Hmm.
They had that chance. But I think this is a good game. What is really going to come down to is if the Union can stop what's the Hurricanes quarterback because without him on offense, they can't do anything. Like
Hmm.
all he pretty much is thinking to run the ball first, and then he's passing, but he makes things happen with his feet, and that's crazy because I've seen him run a couple long runs on the film that they put on the site and take off. Like he's pretty fast.
Yeah. No, that's Matt Carroll for you. And I honestly think he's probably the best quarterback we have this year. Not only as a passer, but as a runner, as you said yourself. And he's fast. He's smart. I mean, he is a former college quarterback. So you could safely assume that he kind of knows what he's doing, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So,
that's important in this league. You gotta if you're playing quarterback, you have to have somebody that gets it. Like you can't just be out there taking snaps and running for your life. Like you got to be organized. You got to be calm under pressure. Like this guy he drops back. We played him. Like I said, we played him. I mean, we made him look. But I mean, when I'm calling defenses, it's we lock
mhm.
people down. But he was moving with his feet. I can
No.
tell you that he's gonna extend the plays beyond if guys get in the backfield, and that's the thing. If they have a decent offensive line,
Mhm.
but if you could put pressure on him, and I mean that pretty much neutralizes everything. I mean he's gonna be forced to run, and that's what we did when the Hurricanes played the Gladiators. He ran a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that he does have a decent amount of targets. Like Bovo, he definitely has chemistry with this guy Bovo. He has, he's been hitting Collis, he's been hitting Adam Curry on routes. All of these guys are getting passes. Like so,
You know who's really good? You know who's really good on that team for the Hurricanes? Number 12. I seen him play a couple times. I seen him play tight end. I seen him play corner. Like he's pretty decent.
I'll be honest,
And
I haven't like fully noticed him yet. But hey, like I actually believe I missed it. No, I was at the Hurricanes game. That was early in the year for us. So, but yeah, I mean, tell us what's so good about him besides him as a tight end. Is he a catcher? Is he?
he's got really great hands.
Mhm.
I seen him go up for the ball. On the film, they played the Union. I think he scored a touch. He scored a touchdown across the middle. I think it was him. I'm not sure, but I seen him defensively. His lateral movement is great. Like I seen him lock guys up. Then they have the other guy, number 2. Like when we most of the time when we played these teams, a lot of their guys weren't there. And like I said, that's part of an important thing when you're building a team or a championship team. You have to have reliable guys that are going to come every week. And when they don't come, like, and especially if they play important positions and they're important roles in the on the team, it messes everything up. And I've seen a lot of teams had that this year. Swag, they had a lot of guys missing during games, and I mean, look at everybody's record with the exception of Boonton and Dime City. Everybody's record is pretty much what 500 or you know what I mean, or
Yeah, there's a
just
lot of
above
parity this
500.
year. There's a lot of parity this year.
So in Dime City, it took them what 2 losses, and then they went on that run, won 8 games. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, Dime City has by far the best defensive line. I don't care what anybody says. Like, it's
No,
crazy.
I agree with you. They got 2 horses in the middle with Casey and Dylan, and then they always have
It's the 2
Goskowski.
guys on the it's the 2 guys that come from the outside. I know when we played them, there was a guy named Tone. He played with us last year, the Hurricanes, and then there was the other guy, number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know these guys' names. I just know numbers. Like,
Yeah,
when you playing quarterback and you know numbers, that means that you see these guys a lot in the backfield.
yeah. No,
You know what I mean? But
no, that's
they were in
Ahmad
the backfield.
Harris.
They were in the backfield literally like every play. It was crazy. I was like, oh my goodness. Like,
Yeah. Here, let me just look at. Well, I'll just tell you Dime City sacks numbers. Chris Gallardo, a guy who I actually haven't even mentioned before. I believe he's a newcomer. He's 26. He's number 26 for them. He has 12 sacks. Donald Roberson, Mr. 88 himself, has 8. Graham Koski, who we just mentioned, Ahmad Harris, he has 6. So it's a lot of guys racking up sacks, and they get pressure from inside as well.
yeah, no.
So, no, that's a good defensive line.
You know what's crazy about it? The defense is perfect because they have the athletes to go out there and play man-to-man defense because that's all they do. They don't play zone. They literally play man-to-man defense the whole game, and these guys are in the backfield. So like, it's one if they were playing man and the D line weren't getting pressure, they would be horrible. They'd probably be out there getting toasted because nobody's covering nobody for 7 seconds and longer. I don't care what anybody who. I don't care if Deion Sanders is out there, but the fact that they have a good defensive line, like that just elevates the cornerback. Now they're out there playing man, say going to get the quarterback, just throw it up there, interception. You know, it's to make it for a championship defense, but I don't know. I mean, I saw the heavy hitters film. I mean, it came down to overtime. Like they won on the last play, literally.
Yeah.
So it's not like they went out there and got blown out. So like Dime City should definitely be in the semifinals, but anything can happen on Sundays in this league.
All right, so let's just backtrack a bit. So let's go back to the Hurricanes Union matchup. What is the Hurricanes' biggest weakness? What is the Union's biggest weakness?
Let's see. The Hurricanes' weakness, I think, is their defensive line, with the exception of Chris Drake for number 99.
Mm-hmm.
He's a beast over there, but everybody else, it just looks like they're not even trying to get in. You know, and I watched this throughout many films, and then when we played them, I pulled my hamstring like bad, like what the second or third series that they had defense. I caught an interception and I fell down, and I literally still played, and I didn't run the ball at all. All I did was sit in the pocket and just sit there and like pick these guys apart. So it's like if number 99's there, he wasn't there during that game, but he's really good. He's searching for that championship, so you can tell he got that fire in his eye. So I expect him to be in the Union backfield all day harassing Roger. But other than that, I mean, the secondary is decent, but like I said, if you don't get pressure on the quarterback, you sit back there. Don't matter who's playing quarterback.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think the offensive line's pretty good, but the defensive line's a little on the slow side. I feel like they contain more than they actually chase after the quarterback, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but still, they do give the quarterback a lot of time to throw. What about the Union's biggest weakness?
The Union is somebody other than Musk has to step up on offense. I mean, everybody knows who his Rogers' favorite target is. So it's like, who else is going to step up and make a big play? You know, and their offense is clicking just at the right time now. You know, I guess everybody's coming to the games now and everything. You know, as the season gets towards the end, you see who's built for the playoffs and who's not. People showing up. Everybody starts showing up to games on time. You know, not like 10 minutes before the game.
Yeah,
and everything. They're more organized. They're practicing. You know, that's a major thing in this league. You got to practice. You can't just show up like this is backyard football. You go here, you go there. That'll work for maybe
10 plays total.
The lower, maybe, and not even then because people are still out there running hard. But I mean, this is a tough game to call. But I think the Hurricanes will win this game.
Okay, so let's go with the other game. We've been talking about this game a decent amount. Heavy hitters versus booming. And this one, it's all about the athletes for me in this one. What do you think?
I think this is going to be the game of the week because this is if you see, I actually saw this game the first week of the regular season. I mean, I don't know, regular season is different than the playoffs, but the heavy hitters were new. Nobody knew anything about them. They came in and they beat Boonton. So coming into this, I mean, Boonton has looked kind of shaky lately. You know, I know they're winning, but they're looking kind of shaky.
I mean, they've had a lot of injuries, so there's that for them. But they did close out the season with 3 straight wins. And although it was 3 straight wins, 2 of them were against the worst 2 teams in the league. The only team of note that they beat was Swag. So
Swag kind of fell off. A lot of guys, like I said, if you don't have guys showing up to the games, it don't matter how good you are. You know, you got to be out there playing Iron Man football. And I can look at a lot of these guys and tell that they're working all day and they come home and eat and sleep. They're not going to no gym. So a lot of these guys are out of shape.
Yeah,
I don't think they're built to be playing the whole game. I mean, mentally, a lot of guys want to. And that's crazy because, like, a lot of people don't realize that I'm like 39. I'll be 40 next year.
Wait, you're about to be 40? Oh my
next
God.
year I'll be 40 next December.
Oh my God.
And I'm out there competing at a higher level than majority of the guys, and these guys are like 21, 25, and I'm looking at them like they're in their prime. When I was in their prime, oh my goodness, like we played in so many leagues. Like that's all we did. Like people don't realize this. Like I love football. Like that's what I do. But
I mean, you love football to a point where you played quarterback, you played wide receiver, you played safety, you played corner. Where else did you play? Is there anything I'm missing?
I played linebacker. I played tight end. I played line. I played everything.
Yeah. So I mean, you played everywhere. But oh my God.
Yeah. This game though, you know what? I think the heavy hitters are going to pull the upset here.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think they're going to pull the upset. Their quarterback. As long as you give him some time, he's decent, and the receivers make catches when they need to make catches.
I mean,
and if you got a quarterback, first of all, this guy looks like he's like 6'3", 6'4", so he's definitely over there, like just looking over the line and everything. Like he can see he can literally see the whole field. His arm is legit.
Yeah, no, that's James. That's Mez for you. And he was supposed to be with Gladiators the year before. He just couldn't make it to the games. But not only is he a good pocket passer, but he can run too. He's pretty athletic. He's fast. He
runs like a Colin Kaepernick type of quarterback because when he starts running, it looks like he's running slow, but his stride is so long. Like he's just like you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's just like really smooth. It just doesn't look like he's putting much effort. That's what it is. So I mean, my only
But
thing with
his,
heavy hitters is like I don't really like their defense as much, especially their front four. I mean, I do like Mo Granos as a linebacker, but their defensive line, I like Quobe, I like Eric Guzman, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of a two-man team, especially on that defensive line.
yeah, it is. See, the Boonton has a all around. They have a good offense because the two tight ends. They have the really tall guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have the other guy, the captain. I think he plays
Yeah, he
tight end,
plays tight end.
and
That's almost
and they're
secure.
they're pretty decent. Then you have the receivers. Ardell is always a weapon, and a lot of people don't talk about him, but number two, he's good.
Is that
Like
Jason DeCandia?
no, number two. I think he used to play with Code Red.
Oh, okay. That's Zach Ramjan then. So,
No, not him. Not that
oh yeah,
guy.
that's Jason
The other guy.
DeCandia.
What's his name? Shahardi. What's his
Yeah.
name?
It's,
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name.
if it's a white
I don't
guy,
know how to.
then it's
No. He's a damn.
number
Look,
two.
look at their
Oh,
roster.
Khurram Chaudhry, yeah.
Yeah. See, I said the name wrong, but yeah, he's good.
Oh no, he's been
He's
great.
good.
He's
Like
a former All-Star. I mean, he was
he
quarterback
he
over the
played on
past
Code
couple
Red,
weeks.
right?
I don't think he
He
played on
played on
Code
Code
Red.
Red, right?
I think he played with
He
Code Red
did.
for a while.
I could swear he played on Code Red a long time ago. Yeah, I think in 2000 and maybe.
Mm.
I'm trying to think. But
If I got I
he's
think
pretty
he's been
good.
a Boone lifer because when Boone first came in, they were Boone Nexus, and then there was like
Yeah.
his entire family, his cousins, and all that. They were playing together, and then eventually they had a huge falling out, and then they joined up with the Bounty Hunters, which I believe where Omar Shakir is from. So
Yeah, Zach is good too. He used to always make them one-handed catches.
yeah, man, he's like their fourth best receiver, and that just speaks loads about their depth. Yeah. Like he was one of the best safeties last year, one of the best corners, and now he's not demoted. It's just that they have that much depth.
Yeah, and their defense. I mean, they communicate well, and then so once you have that on both sides of the ball, and they practice a lot. I can tell they practice.
Oh yeah.
Ever since that championship that we beat them on that last play.
Oh my god.
I could tell that they really practice like once a week, maybe. Everybody probably be there. The majority of the guys, like practice is hard for everybody to make, but I'm sure the majority of their guys get to practice.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
important
because of them, like since it's a playoff, they're probably practicing 2 or 3 times a week because I know they're pretty organized. They get together. It's like,
listen, when you get to this time of the year,
uh-huh.
you have to practice. You have to practice because now, you only which teams you're playing, and you probably played these teams already. So it's like now you got to really go back. You got to. That's what makes putting the board, putting the films up on the site important, because you can scout these teams, and if you have anybody that's half a decent coach or team captain, they're gonna be looking at this film and they're gonna be taking notes. I mean, I know Naeem does that.
Oh yeah, he takes a lot of notes on like the game.
I know he definitely sits there watches the games, and I can tell certain people do it, but some teams I know they don't do it. I think they just think they're good, so they're gonna go out there and just trash people, and then it doesn't work like that, as you can see. But we won't talk about that. But
okay,
I don't know. This is a hard game to call. I think the heavy hitters pull the upset, but if Booton shows up to play from start to finish, I think that they'll blow these guys out.
So I think you're always as strong as your biggest weakness. And for this game, I'm not sure if Booton's offensive line, because I don't think Booton ever had that great of an offensive line. And I do think the heavy hitters do have the playmakers at the right positions with Guzman and Quill, just basically pass rushing and pushing people aside. So I think that'll hurt Brandon. But Brandon I feel like he's better outside the pocket than he is in the pocket. So there's another thing with that.
Yeah, he is.
And then with Booton, they do have the 2 really good rushes with Rich and Ahmed Frog. Ahmed Frog is probably the defensive MVP this year. But
yeah.
Oh man, you're right. This is a tough game to call. I just think Boone's depth.
I think heavy hitters are just a new team. Like nobody, even though we all play them, we still don't really know what their full potential is because they have a guy number 6.
Kaim Bell. Kaim Bell is amazing. Yeah, I think he might be the best
he's a beast out there. He's a beast out there because not even just receiving, but running the ball.
Oh my god!
Like he's a beast out there, and he plays defense. It's like,
and
that's what I'm saying. This could be a high scoring game.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at both defenses. Like I'm not gonna see the difference in Booton is their D line. Them two guys on the outside. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Dime City. Like, they're in the backfield every play. And Rich has a motor that doesn't stop at all. Like, this guy's like, I don't know what it is. He must take like 5 shakes of pre-workout before he gets out there.
Actually, there was this one like week that we played them, or no, we didn't play them, but it was just like a week where they played after us. I had teammates just looking at Rich, like they literally asked what he's made out of. He just looks at us and says muscle milk. It was just like he was so quick with that reply. Like, oh my god!
Yeah.
You know what? I probably wouldn't even doubt it. That guy's that big. I've never.
Listen, anytime I see Rich, I think about that Geico commercial with the dude posing in the middle of the street, directing traffic. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly. There's 3 guys who play in this league that have made me felt small in the weight room, or he's one of them. Gary Smith was a third, and then there's Johnny Bravo. That guy's a tank. You know Johnny Bravo. He's on your team. But oh man, that guy is strong. He's fast. He just doesn't give up either. So, like, there was a play where Brandon took off, or he had like a pick. He had a pick too. It was on a conversion. And Rich was the only person ahead of him, and he was continuously blocking. This is basically a 99-yard return, and Rich was still going on just blocking a guy way downfield.
Listen, the 2000 and what year was that? We played them. I think 2014.
Mm-hmm.
We played them, and I got it. I had an interception, and I was running, and this dude literally almost hawked me from like 60, 70 yards. He was running the whole time. Like, everybody else had stopped because, there was no way they were going to catch me. This dude literally came from the other side of the field and was just like, I was like, what is this guy on?
No, they got some.
Like, we need to call Balco up in here. Like, what's going on? He got Barry Bonds trainer.
All right, so let's make a prediction on this game. Heavy hitters, Boone, who you got? I'm scared to pick this game. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Boonton.
Okay.
I'm looking for Boonton and Hurricanes rematch of the 2013 championship.
Oh, that's juicy right there. Oh my god. Okay. So if I'm supposed to logically look at this through, Boone does have the experience. This would be their third. No. Yeah, this would be their third championship appearance in 4 years if they make it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of experience. I don't know if I could pick against that. I think I'm going to stick with Boone, and it sucks. I really do like the heavy hitters. I've been saying it all year. I do like them. They have a lot of good playmakers. They have a lot of good athletes. Yeah. I think it'll be a close one. I'll say 14-12.
I say heavy hitters. Like I said, they have a chance to pull the upset, but I don't know defensively if they have it enough.
I think they match up really well against Boone, so that's another thing.
I'm gonna say Boonton 18-6.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Do we have a final score prediction on Hurricanes Union? I don't know if we got the final score prediction.
This is always a high-scoring game, no matter who's.
The regular season was 20-21 in the Hurricanes' favor, I believe.
I say, yeah, they won in and I'm gonna say Hurricanes 22-20.
Okay, so I haven't been able to get a read on the Union all year long. I still don't know what to do with them. And every time I get them wrong, I get like butchered on the forums, or someone messages me and like, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, okay, that's great. I mean, so do all the other teams, but it sucks. I'm going to be, oh my God. Okay, so this is my issue. Hurricanes have the better athletes. I think they're the better overall team. But the Union's preparation is so thorough and it's so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Hurricanes. I'm gonna stick with my guns. Maybe this is the one time I'll be right, and then I can.
This is what it is. Sometimes when you just have better athletes than the other team, it just works. I mean, I understand the Union is very organized, and they have guys at skilled positions, but when you look all around offensively, they're trying to get the ball to Muss. Popo hasn't really done anything at running back. He's really quick and shifty, but he doesn't really do anything. You have Russo, who they're going to go to a couple of times. He pretty much took the role of Kareem. You know, because Kareem was the guy across the middle for
Yeah.
years. So now you got like a bigger version of Kareem at tight end. So just think about how dangerous he can really be.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, who else is gonna make a play? You know, and with the Union, they like to force it downfield a lot. You know, they don't really utilize the underneath routes. It's usually a lot of posts. If it's coming across the middle as a post, you know it's probably going to be going to must. They like to go up top a lot. Those intermediate routes, because the Hurricanes play cover two. Those intermediate routes, like the crossing routes and delayed routes, they're always there in the cover two, because you have to set all those deep routes up.
Yeah.
So
I mean, with
I mean,
Carlson,
who else is going to make a play?
Carlson and I always try to keep the play in front of them because they also play a man too, and they're a little bit deeper, and they actually want
Yeah.
the routes funneled towards them. So,
I mean, you can expect everybody from the Hurricanes to come to the game this week.
mm-hmm.
You know, I know like I said, I know a lot of teams been suffering from guys not showing up or guys getting hurt, whatever it may be. But I expect everybody from the Hurricanes to show up this week, ready to play, and this is Union will. But I just think that the Hurricanes have better athletes, and that's important in this league if you have everybody actually at the games. Like I said,
Underrated storyline is the matchup with the quarterbacks. It's basically like the old guard versus new guard. Like I'd say the two former MVPs with Rajab and Matt Carroll. I don't know if Matt Carroll will lose that MVP consideration, just because I mean, who else is going to contend against him?
do they even vote for MVP still? Like nobody gets a trophy anymore. I think they stopped that back in my heyday.
I'm not sure if we give trophies anymore, but we also have other things. I think we just say it by name. I mean, we have the All-Star game now, which is now there's a lot of fan votes inside. Actually, shameless plug right here. Vote for your All-Star teams. The ballots are on the forums. Takes about 5 minutes total. And no, you cannot vote for people on your own team. So,
Oh man, yeah, but this weekend should be full with a lot of great games.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm probably going to be up at the field for both teams or both games. So, oh man. All right, Kilkenny. I think that's it for me tonight. What about you? Any closing thoughts?
No, I mean this been a like talent wise, it's been a great season.
Oh,
You know,
definitely.
I mean overall, like I said, like I told you earlier when we were talking, like if you look at the two top teams, I mean they were consistent all year, and that's why they had they were literally what 7-8-2, whatever the Dime City and Boonton, like. But outside of that, everybody's been sub 500, like barely. So it's been a really close season with both in between teams.
There's only 4 teams under 500, and the others are about 6 at the 600 winning streak. They had 6 wins and 4 losses. So otherwise,
Like everybody had a chance. Everybody had a chance this year to make the play. Because you think about the Gladiators, we had 2 wins, and going into the last 2 weeks, we still had a chance to make the playoffs, and we could have made the playoffs had we won our last 2 games because that's what we needed. We needed the Knights to lose both games, and they lost. And had we won our 2 games, we would have been the 8th seed because we would have had that tie. That tie on our record actually helped us.
Yeah,
we'd have we'd have came out better than them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, no, there were no like. Well, I mean, I can't say there were no bad teams, but there was a lot of good teams. There's a lot of great athletes. I mean, even if I was looking back at my power rankings, I reshuffled the top 2 or top 3 at least, like I'd say 8 times. And this is out of a 10-week, 11-week show. I just couldn't pick one out. So,
yeah, I mean, you know what's really important though, like when you're building a team, because like I said, when I first came into this league, there were like at least 5 really terrible teams, and they would win like 1 game, and it was like, why are they even wasting their money building a team, and they're out here getting smashed and nobody's showing up? You know, you have to have guys that are dependable, reliable, and everybody has to understand that they have a role. Like once everybody starts getting their head gassed and I'm better than I am, or that's when the arguing starts. That's when everybody wants the ball. Everybody wants to do this and that, and that's when everything starts crumbling. I've been a part of many of those teams, but like I was telling you before we got on, what a lot of teams don't utilize in this league was very important that we found out back in 2013 is have that's legitimately a backup, like somebody can start at quarterback in this league because when guys don't show up and like look at Swag had the one guy playing quarterback and then he didn't show up the last couple of weeks and then you look at number 43, he's a pretty decent athlete, but he's not no quarterback. He should be out there running the ball or catching the ball. That's where he's deadly. You put him at quarterback now, you're down a skilled position guy that's really good. So even though he's a decent replacement, who's he throwing to? I mean, he can't throw the D-Lo the whole game. And I'm saying a lot of teams don't realize that you really need a backup quarterback in this league. At any point, somebody can get hurt.
I agree with you. I mean, we're speaking of talking before the show, you were talking about the key to championship teams. Is that backup quarterback that key or?
Well, the key to making a championship run is like I said, you have to have guys that are fully dependable and reliable. Because you can have a team, the roster is 19 max. You can have a team with 12 superstars and everybody else scrubs and be good. But if those 12 superstars, only 2 or 3 are reliable and come every week, and then the other guys, they're out partying. I mean, I know a lot of these guys are young, so they're probably going to the clubs, they're partying, they're on vacation, they're doing this and that and the third. And a lot of people look at, this is just flag football. I got a life outside of here. Listen, first of all, like I said, I'm gonna be 40 next year. I work all night, and I come straight to the games. So like, can't nobody tell me nothing about reliability. And I'm not one of those guys that like I want to hear excuses. That's why I get frustrated real quick on the field. Like I don't like excuses. Like if you know your responsibility, you should be able to handle your responsibility. A lot of guys don't get it. Like you can teach and preach and preach. Some of these guys just don't get it and they don't listen. And then when you have people like that on your team, that's a weak spot.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. My old football coach used to always say, do your job first, make the play second. That was just to tell everyone that your responsibility is more important than the potential play that you could create if you leave your shit.
Like I played football literally all my life. I'm from Pop Warner to high school. I played in North-South game in Jersey in 96. I graduated in 96. But I played ball in Kentucky. Like my first game, the first season I played at Murray State. I went to Murray State University. I played against Ron Dane.
Oh, okay.
Ron Dane. They had Ron Dane, Michael Bennett. What's the receiver's name? He went to the Dolphins drafted him. Chris. What's his name? Josh Evans. Like Ron Dane literally had 100
before my time.
Yeah, Ron Dane had like 155 yards like at halftime. They pulled him, put Michael Bennett in. He proceeded to run over everybody.
Ron Dane to me as a Giants fan is a guy who just never lived up to his potential, who just couldn't get past his offensive line.
After he won that Heisman, he went to league. He just fell off. But like I was saying, like I played football all my life, so like, and I come from an era where you got to hold yourself accountable on that field. You need to know your responsibility, and nobody wants to hear no excuses. Like if you mess up, like the coach will pull you out the game, and in practice you'll get embarrassed. Like I played with guys that talk a lot of junk. Like you know what I'm saying, they'll roast you. So you don't want to be the guy out there that's getting clowned every week, But like I started playing in this league. I'm looking at guys like guys just don't care. Like I mean, I understand it's flag football. Yeah, some of you guys are married, they have kids, jobs, all that. We all do. But like if you don't love football, you shouldn't be out there. That's the point of being out there. Just think about it. Who wants to get up at 7:30 in the morning and play a game, and you ain't getting paid for it? It's only flag football. Yeah, but so a lot of guys are doing that. They love the game of football. You got to have that passion. If you don't have it, then you just don't have it.
Especially because this is such a physical league, and like you're gonna get beat up some days. You gotta actually enjoy it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not tackle football, but people get tackled out there.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, the refs sometimes the refs call it, sometimes they don't. Like
I
like
never had any
you
concussions until I came to this league and played football. So yeah, there is a lot of contact in this one. It's full line
like
play
it's funny. Some
basically.
guys, some guys get mad because like, all right, in the process of playing flag football, this is real football.
Hmm.
So the movements is the same as if you're playing tackle. So if you're running full speed and a guy goes to pull your flag, but he comes in front of you and you truck him, he'll get mad. But I
Yeah.
mean, I have the right of the way, but
Hmm.
it's flag football, but you need to man up sometimes. There's a lot of people be out there complaining, looking for calls.
Yeah.
Oh, ref, after every play. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You gotta go out there and play. Nobody wanna hear that.
Yep. I mean, it happens, but it's like I said, like you said, it's football. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's a physical sport, and we have two physical games this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna see. After this weekend, whoever makes it out alive is gonna is I'm gonna like I said, I'm going for the rematch of the 2013 championship, Hurricanes and Booton.
Hmm.
I mean, both the heavy hitters in Union have a chance also as well in their
Yeah.
game. But I just think that the Boone is more experienced, and the Hurricanes have been there before. They've done it, and they have more athletes.
If Boone comes in,
We'll see.
we never actually talk about Boone as like a dynasty team. We've always talked about the Union and the Canes. Boone doesn't get that as much respect for some reason, and Boone's been there for the past basically 2-3 years. So
yeah, what's funny about Boone is that Brandon is so much more of a deadlier player if he wasn't playing quarterback. If they had
yeah.
like just think about it if he was playing receiver or running back. Like he's just so good as an athlete. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep. I mean, that's it. So, I mean, we'll have to see him
Yeah.
in action as quarterback this year. Like you said, he is a better wide receiver as quarterback, but he makes it work behind that center.
When you have that many athletes on your team that can pretty much are interchangeable, they can play any position. It's very dangerous.
Definitely.
So,
all right, I think that's it for me
all
on
right,
my
man.
end. It was a great conversation. This was definitely one of my favorite shows this year. I guess I'll talk to you later, man. And
all right, you take it easy.
Goodbye to the rest of you out there.
All right.
Catch you guys later.